Just a couple of quick updates on the latest nonsense coming out of Texas. Two quick stories. First is, you may be aware that Governor Abbott is building a border wall between Texas and Mexico. It will be over 800 miles when it's completed. As of November, about 50 miles have been completed at a cost of between $17 million and $41 million per mile. Clearly, the state has plenty of money to waste. But what's funny about it is the Texas Tribune has conducted an investigation and found that even when complete, there will be huge gaps in the wall, because what the state appears to be doing is building the wall based on where they can most easily acquire land rather than where it makes sense to place the wall. So they're building heavily in rural areas rather than focusing on urban areas or areas where it's most likely that migrants would cross. So when you see Governor Abbott on the news talking about the border wall, and he makes appearances quite frequently, the way that the camera is angled and the way it pans across the wall, it will definitely make it appear as if it's this, endless vista, uninterrupted. But in reality, it's a very broken wall and will be, even when complete, which will take roughly 30 years. So there will never be a need for anyone to climb over the wall or go under the wall, because they can just go around it. Essentially, this all appears to be about upholding an image at significant cost to taxpayers. So, nonsense. Second story is Texas obviously is very gung-ho on deportation. And what Governor Abbott has now done is he's set up billboards that he's paying for in Mexico and Central America, which are communicating to potential migrants that if they attempt to cross the border into the U.S., they will likely be raped. And I find a certain irony in this, because at the same time, the Republican Party is telling all of us here in the U.S. that if we allow migrants to come into our country, that they will rape us. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's honestly quite silly. And again, another waste of money, I would argue. I have no idea what those billboards cost, but they certainly weren't free. So that's today's nonsense.